In, how is it going, everyone? Welcome to Touhou Ultimate Vitality of Imagination. Pretty cheesy name, but it's a fun game that I played some time ago and I never won coin clear on Lunatic, and I probably never will either, but I'll try. Apparently no, this game is very hard, so I cannot really expect this to work. I mean, I've been trying a little bit off stream and it didn't look very promising, to the point that I don't even know what character to even use. So I'm just gonna, I guess, randomly cycle through characters, because I don't really know anything about this game when it comes to how to not suck, you know? How to be good at it. It's a little bit hard, you know? And I did get a hard one coin clear some time ago, but that's the best I could do. So this game is pretty ridiculous when it comes to secrets. You have... Well, that's a very bad bomb. Okay, this is definitely not a character I should use. But the fact that I die there is a good excuse to change the character, I guess. You know, that's an awful bomb. I tried IAV and it seemed like it is good, but I don't know. I mean, her bomb doesn't really deal that much damage, but her shot type seemed decent enough. But also the bomb stays there for a long time, so anything that has to be survival is good. I don't really expect to get a one coin clear. I really don't expect anything to happen. I just really wanted to play it. Also, the game has another mechanic that is the release. It's a little bit hard to use. Well, not hard, I guess, but it's not like Touhou 16 release system. Here you have to press the button twice. One to summon a circle around you, and the other one, which, I mean, it's the same button, I mean, you gotta press it again to make the circle cancel the bullets that are inside it. So the game kinda expects you to use that. I mean, judging by the big difficulty it has. It's not something that easy, especially when you want to react to a bullet that is out to hit you, to hit a button twice instead of only hitting it once. It's a little bit of a problem. I was also saying this game has secrets. The secrets are pretty weird. They are like crystals. And apparently if you collect 9 of them, you get a true last boss. Well, apparently. I know that's the case not only because I saw it in a guide, but also I did it 2 years ago. Just that obviously I don't remember it, but I checked it on my YouTube, and yes, I did it 2 years ago. Surprisingly. But I did it not on Lunatic, I did it on hard. And the problem with those secrets is that they are in places that you won't find out on your own. And I kinda want to remember them, but it's not that easy. Mostly because a lot of times you're just doing... I mean, you're just busy trying to dodge stuff, right? To pay attention to things like that. I mean, most of them are basically, or rather, most of them are dropped by enemies that are either hidden or not easy to reach. Okay. So yeah, it's a complex game, really. That's pretty much what it is. It might be too complex for me, but we will see. I mean, I just really wanted to try. And trying off a stream already looked very bad for me, in the sense that it didn't look like I was gonna get anywhere, but I feel like I need to give it a real try. Like, I actually gotta play a decent amount of time. Oof, that was close. I don't know if summoning the release gives you iframes or not. Like, visually it kinda looks like you get iframes, but maybe you don't. Well, you definitely get iframes on the bomb, that's for sure. At least the good thing is that the hitbox is pretty small. I would assume that that's mostly the case on these Lua STG shoot-em-ups. Like, I don't know how many things they share, like how many things are automatically defined and they just leave it on default, but they all seem to have a very, very small hitbox, which I appreciate, honestly. Also, I missed one of the crystals there, by the way. I hope that not getting all the crystals doesn't give you the bad end. That would be annoying. As if one coin clearing wasn't easy enough already. I hope that it's only for the achievement. I also don't even know if it unlocks the extra stage. Because, you know, this game has an extra stage, but apparently I never beat it. Because I don't see any video of mine beating it. Maybe there wasn't an extra stage back then. Maybe they put it later on. Who knows? Oof. The issue is that you're not gonna be dealing damage if you are not on the middle of the screen. Okay, that went well. Oh, this spell card is very weird. So in this spell card, the only way to make time pass is by not being on the circles that come from below. But if you're not, like, the circles that come from below make you invincible. It's a very weird spell card, you know. I feel like explaining it, it's even harder, even though, like, once you get it, it's understandable. Essentially, those big circles give you iframes, and as long as you're in iframes, well, on those specific iframes, because the bomb iframes count, but as long as you're in those circles, the timer doesn't keep going, and the spell won't end until the timer is over, so yeah. Still pretty weird though, yeah. I mean, it's a game with a lot of weird decisions, that's for sure. I think I'm missing most of the crystals right now. But then again, if it's already gonna be hard to one coin clear without the true last boss, it's gonna be even harder if you include the true last boss in the equation, you know? It's kind of a problem. Oh yeah, and this stage has trains, by the way, just as a pretty nice thing, you know? Just fucking trains flying. It's the way it works. Yeah, maybe by properly using the release I might be able to get far, or no, I don't know. I mean, while I was testing off the stream, I didn't really get far at all. I don't even know where I got actually, like probably got to stage 4, or like to the end of stage 4 or something. No, I don't think I mean, yes, I did get to stage 4, but I don't remember how far into it. I don't think I saw the stage 4 boss even, so I guess I didn't really get far at all. Okay. What seems to be pretty hard is getting extra lives. Extra lives are hard. But I guess that's because you can bullshit your way through by doing so much other stuff with releases and all of that. Is this the one with the... yeah. Okay, that's something that if it wasn't for the fact that I saw it earlier today, I would have fallen for it again. Because the lasers that tell you that the trains are coming are not that easy to see, and the trains even less so, because they are so similar to the background. It's a pretty funny spell though, I gotta say. That's for sure. I mean, then again, seeing these trains in itself is pretty funny. Just having trains thrown at you. That's the first life I lose, not lost. And then you have trains going past the UI. Because yeah, why not, right? Wait, I didn't have a release there? That's a shame. I wasted 2 bombs. Actually, you know, I might have gotten killed by this boss while I was practicing, you know? I have a feeling that was the case. Probably. Which is a shame. I don't know how many freebies the game has when it comes to extra lives. Probably not many. Because you already have extra lives by getting life fragments, but I don't know if there's any full life drop from a mid-boss or whatever. I might have died here. This is a survival, by the way. No, this one I went past, so in that case I did die to stage 4. That's most likely what happened. Well, that was an extra life at least. What was the stage 4 even? Like, where did I go here? To the sky? Did I really make it here? I feel like I don't remember actually. And it happened today, you know? Did I really make it here? Also, hey, that's cheating. Shooting while the title is appearing. What are you doing? Okay. Pretty interesting patterns, I gotta say. I probably missed so many crystals there or something. That's fine. So are you gonna give me an extra life? Yes, you will. Nice. Wonder if that's the only one in the game or if there is another freebie somewhere else. Would be nice if there was another one. Wouldn't be opposed to the idea. Ooh. These were some pretty messed up patterns. Oh, those fairies have a lot of health. Oof. Pressing... Oh, I got one of the crystals, but it appears there as an achievement because it's the first time I see it. Afterwards they don't even bother. But yeah, the thing is I don't even know which enemy was the one that dropped that. Those are some pretty nice stars. Shame that that density is very hard to dodge. Okay. Would have been worse. Oh, this is the character that appears in the cover of the game. Shame that bomb's damage is quite bad. I shouldn't have used bomb there, should have used the hyper. It was already going down anyways. Hyper, I mean release. This one is not a hyper whatsoever, the mechanic. See, right there I pressed the cancel button at the same time I got hit. That's the thing, there is not such a thing as a death release. You gotta release before the bullet hits you. So how the fuck do you do this one? I think you're supposed to go inside of the circles. Yeah, probably. Okay. I'm bombing that. I definitely should practice boss patterns and stuff. What's that? Okay, I don't like that. Oh, it... Okay, it gets reflected later. That's pretty hard. It's probably that I just don't understand the pattern. But will I make it to stage 5, I wonder? Will be appreciated. Probably pretty unlikely though. Okay, the blue bullets are not cancelable. The red ones are at least. Is this a survival? No, it isn't. Okay, well I made it to stage 5, not bad. So I was gonna die earlier. Well, I mean game over earlier on the run, but no, that went well. I like when things go well. Probably not gonna survive for much longer though. Okay, and this is an interesting stage because you kinda have like positive and negative polarities and shit. I got one of those things. Shame that apparently I'm so close to the extend, but I probably won't get it. That sucks. Oh well. Damn, that's a pretty hard pattern. Okay, not bad. I mean, I could continue, I guess, just to see what comes afterwards. Not to mention, since I didn't have my save of this game, I need to unlock everything. Okay, so the crystals here, oh no, they actually do get remember after continuing. Interesting. Isn't this the stage 1 boss? What are you doing here? What I don't understand is why the spell cards are in English but everything else is in Chinese. I will assume that the thing that matters the least to know what they say is the name of the spell cards. It's like not really that important, you know? But maybe they are also in English in the original. Could be. Oh. Yeah, I guess killing one of those enemies drops that too. Well, the good thing is that I got 7. If you get the 2, I think there are 2 in the final stage, you get 9. I mean, with the crystals, I remember that I got them randomly, like the time that I played this on hard. Like I wasn't even trying to get them, and I got them. Huh. It's a pretty cool thing. Though, not sure where I'm supposed to dodge that, because... Oh, it follows you! Well... Yeah, and the bullets that make up the fish are non-cancelable, so... Using release there is not gonna help you. Okay, I wasn't expecting you to come to me like that. Okay, that's a little bit hard, don't you think? Am I supposed to be following that circle or what? I definitely will have to... Oh shit. I'll have to practice this thing. Okay, these are non-cancelable. I was kinda expecting that. Non-cancelable whatsoever. Wait, and it's a survival as well. What? Wait, how do you want me to do this? I don't get it. Oh, I get it now. There's a boat. Well, but that's extremely hard, dude. Like that's... Yes, I get the pattern, but what are you doing? At least this one is not a survival. Seems that the first 4 stages were pretty innocent. And I died. Hey, don't worry. I'll keep using continues until all the patterns are unlocked. Worry not. That way I can practice them all. Because, well, I will assume they are locked if you don't see them in a real run. These are extremely hard patterns. Not even sure if practicing them on spell practice will make any difference. Probably not. And what doesn't help out this boss is that most of the bullets are non-cancelable. And how many spell cards do you have? Oh, what's that? What was that for? Well, it's hard to tell since I'm using so many bombs. It's hard to tell what happens when you don't bomb. Okay, I see that. That seems a little bit unnecessary to use a laser warning for, isn't it? Feels like it. Okay. I don't know what she said. Oh, maybe you cannot go to stage 6 if you continue. No, you can. Yeah. Definitely can. So in stage 6 there's something weird. Like aside from the true last boss that appears when you collect 9 crystals and all of that, there is apparently an alternate route. I don't know what happens when you do that, but it takes you somewhere else apparently. But yeah, not yet. Yeah, I get it. It doesn't seem like you can even hit her at this time. She dropped out on pretty generous. You know, really hit the enemies behind with my current shot type. Well, unless I bomb. And even then these enemies are very tanky. Though I think it's mostly that my bomb's damage is trash. Though I think it's selectively trash. It heavily depends on what angle you hit them. Alright, so yeah, apparently here there is that black hole looking thing that if you go inside that, you change the route or something, I don't know. It's pretty odd. Or maybe it's not that one. I honestly don't know where it was. No, maybe it wasn't that one. Why are there so many things there? I actually don't know if it's this one or not. I got one of the crystals. So is this the alternate route or what? Maybe not. Unfortunately, I got only 8 crystals, so wouldn't be able to practice the true last boss, unfortunately. But I probably won't get that in a real run anyway, so... Okay, the bottom bullets are not cancelable. Yeah, I feel like that's something that there should be a visual indicator, don't you think, that clearly shows you which one you can cancel and which one you cannot, because yeah, you cannot possibly predict that. But by predict, I mean you cannot possibly... Yeah, predict, that's the word. Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, the bullets that approach later, like the slow ones, are a problem. Well, the fast ones are also a problem. I need to do what I did yesterday with that other fun game, which is practicing the bosses individually and then seeing if there is a pattern that troubles me, practice that one separately. Okay. I don't like this. What are you gonna do with me? Okay, this thing shoot bullets at you. So, some of them detach. Not sure what the gimmick is there. Those are some... like, that's a hard pattern. Without using release or anything, it's very hard. Okay, what am I seeing? These are not cancellable. No, see, those are cancelable. Even though they look exactly the same as the ones that were not cancelable. So I think I should change my hand positioning for this game. Since it uses a third button, which is the release button, I don't think that what I'm currently using is a good idea. But what I'm currently using, no. What I'm currently position my finger as is also a pretty hard one. It's fine. You have, I think you have infinite continues. What's not infinite is the shame of using them, I guess. So are those cancelable or not? Maybe, maybe not. Probably not. I haven't really tried this. I mean, as the typical final pattern, it's not hard at the beginning, it starts getting hard later on. Okay, they are all cancelable. All of them. The arrowheads too. I will assume the lasers aren't, but yeah, kinda goes without. No, you can actually cancel the lasers. Okay, well that's cool. That was a capture. Her final spell card was the easiest one on the fight. Okay, let me put the keyboard closer to me, because this is pretty hard otherwise for my hands. I think, yeah, something like this should be better. Well, this is the bad ending, obviously. It says bad ending. Wait, number 12? Well, yeah, they are 6 shot types, I guess. Makes sense. Hold up. I got my ass kicked, of course, but... Wait, 6 value? What the fuck is 6 value? I don't know, that could mean a lot of things. 6 value, it's like system value. That doesn't mean anything to me. Wait. You can... Hold up. You have practice... So this one is the one that... Train 1, Train 2, that's pretty funny. It is the one that you can practice the whole boss fight. Yeah, cool. From stage 3, right? I don't even remember who stage 2 was. Also, how is it going on bunker? Yeah. So, it kinda sounds like a variable you're not supposed to see, right? It's pretty funny. I don't know what it is supposed to be, really. It's something. Whatever that something is, it's something. Yeah. This game definitely seems like a game that you're not supposed to play unless you're a level. It is pretty hard. It's a pretty hard game. It's fine. Tends to happen. Oh, hold up. Actually, I should practice this without doing release. Should practice this normally. Like simply dodging. Well, that's the issue though. I guess dodging is not that easy. I didn't remember this pattern being this brutal. Was it this brutal? Yes, it was. Well, it's hard to tell when you should cancel a bullet so many times, I guess. Pretty hard to tell. Like what's hard and what isn't, right? Yeah, I still don't know if Aya is the right idea here. Maybe it isn't, but I'll try. Well, one thing I seen when I was testing this is that, well, as it usually is the case, Master Spark is the best bomb in the game, but Marisa's shot type didn't seem very good. That's a very hard spell guard. Like, going in between those talismans is not as hard as it might look. Like, you have some room between them, but it's very easy to misjudge that gap. That'll work though. It's something that I don't know if I would want to risk on a real run, you know? I probably wouldn't. Oof. Okay. Oh yeah, murder. There is an achievement for this one to not kill any of the fairies. The thing is that they blow up regardless of if you kill them or not, so... Okay, I thought maybe not killing them was a legit strategy for survival, but no, it is not. Yeah, that's a hard one. Like, when the fairies blow up, it's pretty hard to do much of that. Oof. Fuck. Actually, you know, I think I know what that cis thing is supposed to be. Isn't that the crystals? Though that would only affect the final boss, wouldn't it? Assuming it's that. I don't know if it's that. Let me see. How many of them can you have? Okay, never mind. It's not the crystals. In fact, you don't have an option to change crystals here. Can I use any shot type, by the way? Yeah, you don't need to see them with a specific shot type. So I guess I could try Marisa. Marisa, what she has is she has very bad range. Well, it's not bad in itself. It's just that you're most likely not gonna hit any enemy decently. I also know if the lasers really deal that much damage to them. These are some very mean patterns. I don't think dodging this without release is doable whatsoever. So these are things that you shoot at and they get destroyed. What happens if you leave one of them going? Wait, that might be the strike. Wait, hold up. I could practice that specific spell card later, but I think that's the idea, isn't it? That you leave one of them standing so she doesn't resummon them. Kinda looks like that. Oh yeah, this one. Yeah, this one seems very hard to... It's very confusing to not get hit by the overlap of two circles. Like, the concept of the spell card is like easy to understand. Oh, by the way, that's the bomb. But as you can see, it's probably the best bomb in the game. Like, it guarantees to skip a pattern. Well, that's the thing, not just to skip a pattern, it guarantees to kill anything. So, how the fuck am I supposed to do this one? I think this spell card makes no sense. How am I supposed to dodge it? Or maybe like this? I think that this is supposed to be similar to Sanae's spell in Mountain of Fate, the one where she apparently opens the waters like Moses. You know, it's supposed to be a mimic of that one, except a little bit more fucked up. And the original was already plenty fucked up, you know? Okay. This boss has many gimmicky spells that you will have to practice individually, guys. Yeah, it doesn't seem to make much sense. It's just looking at it. Stage 4. Well, the problem is... I don't know which one is which. Wait, why do they appear in Chinese in the menu but in English? Okay, never mind, they are Chinese here too. So some of them are just randomly in English because they feel like it. That's pretty funny. I mean, yeah, sure. Okay, all three blow up no matter what you do. So yeah, just sparing one of them is not gonna really work out. Yeah, you can at least hold your shot so the shots don't overlap. Okay. What about this one? This one was... Which one was this? Oh, yeah, well, see, the thing about this one is that there really is no gimmick to this. It's simply just hard to dodge. I mean, if you use release, it's... I guess not that big of a deal. Yeah, like trying to dodge this purely is kind of a big deal. Because where do I even stand here? Because if I stand in one side, far from... Well, actually she moves. But so do the other things, actually. It's not that the... Like, the center here is not the center of the screen, it's you. It's your character, the one that's the center of this. So... Like, no matter what you do, you will have to try to stay here at the center of the screen. But obviously that makes it pretty hard to dodge this. It's the overlap what's the issue. Like, if these things were on its own, they wouldn't be hard to dodge, but it's the two things overlapping that makes it hard. Maybe if I focus on the new circle rather than the one that I'm currently dodging. So for example, here I focus on the blue one. Or no, I mean the opposite. Like, you focus on the old one and not the new one. Well, but there's also the gray bullets. That's the issue. Like, this is the typical spell card that you focus on too many things at the same time, and you cannot really focus on the whole, you know, because you only have one brain. Like, you're not a processor with multiple cores, so you can only focus on, you know, so many things, right, at the same time. Alright, but how do I do this one? This is the one I don't understand. Because you... Like... How do you do this? Or do I just skip this? I mean, I could, right? Like, if I vomit, it's a skip. Yeah, it is. Well, that's probably the smartest idea on a real run. But the question is, what's the logic behind this? She doesn't want you to go up. That's pretty clear. Because you cannot... Like, it's not even one of those spell cards where you can simply keep moving to the side until you meet the wall and then die. You cannot even do that. So what's the idea? Well, maybe if you're at the very bottom, I guess. Yeah, okay. Hold up. Oh, I think I get it. This it wasn't that obvious to me before, but basically by getting in the middle of those like gray bullets that first approach, you make them disappear so they don't respawn from the bottom. So by staying on the bottom, it's kinda easier to figure out what to do. The problem is the direction of the aim bullets. The aim bullets are not really aim at you, or I mean, yes, they take you as the center, but they are random. They are not necessarily fully aim at you, and that just makes it extremely hard to dodge. Like, it's very hard. I think that's the thing. If I get lucky with those patterns, wait, didn't I put retry? Yeah, I didn't put retry. Whatever. But the point is that, yeah, like, it's all a matter of luck. Because if those things come very close to each other, you're not getting past them. Like, no way. I don't know if you can cancel them, since for some reason I don't have any meter. Like, that's something I should do. Like, there is absolutely no reason to not just put meter here. It's just that, wait, can you even do that? Like, it's this? Yeah, I don't care about the multiplier or whatever this is. But yeah, it would be nice if I could at least, you know, yeah, it's that. That's what Sid's value is. So yeah, I'm assuming these bullets are cancelled. Yes, they are. Well, they are all cancelable. But yeah, I don't think that's the right call. Unfortunately, this is a spell card that is random. Like, you get lucky, you finish this very quickly, you get unlucky, and well, you die. Pretty simple concept, really. So you kinda want to hang in the middle of the screen and see where they go. It's one of those that if you like don't practice it like this, you will never figure out what the idea is. Like, it's pretty hard to. Alright, and this one apparently I captured. Why did I? Oh yeah, this one is no big deal. Well, ironically, this is the easiest spell card she has, despite being the final one. It's still a little bit confusing to pay attention to the blue bullets, but I still got my ass kicked though. I can finish it, don't worry. Okay, here if you feel that, well, you cannot cancel the blue bullets. really, dude? Come on. Why are you moving so badly here? This is simply a aiming issue. Like, I'm aiming badly here. It's not a reading issue that I'm not seeing where I'm going or where the bullets are. I'm simply going too fast. Well, that's the thing. Characters probably have different properties between one another, so it's possible that Marisa might be faster than the other characters, as she usually is. Alright. Cool, I guess. We can try stage 5. Oh, but, okay, stage 5, I think that the whole boss, probably. Yeah. It's a pretty long stage, isn't it? Definitely. It is a very annoying boss. She also looks annoying, that's the thing. She was made to be annoying. Wait, this one is the one with the fish, yeah. So, how do you do this? Like, where is the room to dodge that? Like, it's like you're intended to cancel the bullets there. If you don't cancel the light blue bullets that the fish leaves behind, you're fucking dead. Or at least I don't see how you wouldn't be dead. Okay, and this one seems to be the worst of them all. So, it's not supposed to be a... No, it is a timeout, a non-spell. And yeah, okay, it's not that hard when you understand. You're supposed to be inside that circle. But she's full of survivals here. Pretty fucked up. You probably want to cancel the red stars, but it's not like you have an infinite amount of releases. Oh, and then this. Yeah, this one is seriously fucked up. You cannot cancel the arrowheads. I don't know how you expect me to do this one. This one doesn't make much sense at all. It's probably a gimmick that I have to figure out. This one is understandable, it's just very hard. Mostly because... yeah, because of that movement. It's easy to understand, but not easy to dodge. For this boss, it's like essentially every single spell card has to be practiced separately. Well, the non-spells, I guess, aside from that survival one, are just non-spells, right? Like you dodge. Not that much of a gimmick to them. And this one has non-cancelable stars. Yeah, like this one I will have to practice each one. Okay, this one you can keep dealing damage until... yeah, there, I guess. I don't know how long you want it to boil over though. For that one you want to deal as much damage as you can. Like, ignore the laser until the very last moment. Alright, yeah, I will have to practice all this shit individually. Like, there is no other way to do this. Okay. Well, I don't know about the mid-boss spells. What do you have? Okay. Very fast bullets. Basically. Nothing more, nothing less. Not much of a reason to not simply use release here. Yeah, that is whatever. The next one is the actual spell, so I'm not sure if this one is whatever. Yeah, that's certainly not whatever. Wait, what did you laugh? Oh, was that a timeout? Well, you still dropped the extra life, so it being a timeout doesn't seem to matter. And that's fucked up. Well, yeah, who's laughing now? She drops the... well, unless this has different properties than the real game. You get the extra life no matter what you do. I will assume that even if you die, you get the extra life. That'll work too. But this little shit is the issue. This is where the problem starts. This is not a hard non-spell. So I don't know why I'm practicing this with Marisa. Like, am I really gonna use Marisa to one coin clear? I don't think that that's a good idea. Maybe I will. Who knows? Okay. But this one without release, I don't think you can... like, okay, yes, I see there is a gap where you can go through... It also seems entirely random if that gap is gonna be where you want it to be or not. So you probably should simply release on that one. That works. And this is the one that is the survival thingy. I feel like it's not really clear. You know, like, I think the game kinda tries to warn you that you're supposed to be inside that circle, but I don't think it's obvious the first time at all. Like, there should be a greater outline at the beginning telling you, hey, you should start here and then, you know, work your way through that. Oh, and then this one. Yeah, this one is something. Something of a problem. Especially with this not being cancelable. Bombing once at least will make it so you... oh, but then this comes. Wait, will spinning really work here? No, right? There is no way. No. No, this spell carries a disaster. Essentially. Because the arrowheads are not cancelable. But I guess I need to practice it more. It's a shame though that these are two patterns inside of this shit. And why would you do that? Here are two pretty different patterns, you know? Yeah, they both use arrowheads, but that's not enough of a common thing, if you ask me. You know, this one is... at least... I was gonna say at least the first part, but no, the second part you probably want to omb it just as well. It's something like this what you're supposed to do. It's a still ultra fucked up though. At least Master Spark is also a bomb that lasts for a while. Yeah, this is probably the hardest pattern she has. Maybe. Well, yeah. I don't know. It's hard to tell sometimes. And that movement is so precise. At least you can cancel these ones. Well, I'm pretty sure you can cancel the stars too. Doesn't seem like that useful of an idea. Yeah, that one is a matter of more or less knowing what to do. So yeah, not that rough. Well, this non-spell is a non-spell. Like, you're probably gonna bomb it anyways. This one I completely skipped it. I didn't even bother. Okay, that's extremely hard. Wait, she doesn't have a hitbox, does she? She doesn't have a hitbox. Though staying in the middle is not the smartest idea. You actually get hit inside that. Maybe, I wonder if the bosses even have a hitbox normally. Like, you don't wanna hang... I mean, I guess you could do that. But I mean, that's no different than simply skipping the pattern altogether. Like, you could bomb at the start and it has the same effect. Like, bomb here and that's it. It's gone. Well, yeah, technically you have to shoot a little bit more, but yeah, it's pretty much a skip, so no. If you wanna deal with this one... I don't know, this type of dodging is pretty hard to me, like... Looking at multiple times at the same time, multiple directions, it's... you know, this one is a skip. Like, this thing comes and you bomb, it's not worth dodging. Especially since the bullets are non-cancelable. And then this one. This one should be doable. In fact, if you use release and you use it at the right time, you can kinda stay in the middle. Kinda. I wanna see how well I could capture this. Doesn't seem like it should be that big of a deal. You do that, and when you are deep into those bullets, and so if you do it well, you can end that. Actually, that's the perfect place to test it, to test Aya B. Like, Marisa can deal with that on a single cycle. Can Aya do the same? Probably not. But only one way to find out. Well, not quite as quickly, but pretty quickly regardless. That really makes me wonder if using Marisa is a good idea. It probably isn't. I mean, I could actually... That seems like a good spell card to compare the power of all of this. I will do that. I'll do it with every shot type. I will assume that this one that is Rainbow A probably has the worst power out of all of them. I mean, it will be the easy way to balance it, right? Like, you give her the homing bullets, but... Okay, actually around the same damage as Aya. So that's odd. Because at that point it's like there's not much of a reason to not use Rainway, right? I mean, Rainway is the one that I was able to beat it on hard. This one is a very weird shot by Rainway. Oh wow, that's the worst damage. Okay, so Rainway has to basically disappear from the equation. Like, it's not a valid shot type. It cannot. Okay, Marisa V also seems pretty shitty. Like, why would Marisa have a spread type like this? Well, she also has those bright stars. I don't know if those deal more damage. That doesn't count because I died. Okay, I see what they do. They latch to an enemy and like they slowly take damage. Well, they slowly deal damage. Yeah, no, the damage is as terrible as I expected it to be. This is horrible. Like, okay. I think that this is worse than Rain Movie somehow. Pretty cool when that is the case. So Aya A was the one. Yeah, this one is the weirdest one. Well, the weirdest one at least unfocused. When focused, it looks normal, I guess. Though I don't know which one is this one's bomb. Oh yeah, I remember. No, okay. So even if the damage here is good, the bomb of this thing is terrible. Though the damage is... that might be the best damage so far. I think that even Marisa did it that quickly, right? I'm gonna try one more time with Marisa. I think, yeah, IA has the best damage. But with a bomb as bad as the one it has, it's not a good idea. It just isn't. Okay, hard to tell if it's Marisa or Aya the one with the best power, but yeah, Marisa definitely has, and unlike Aya, she has a good bomb. Well, then there is the final boss. Yeah, I guess we can do that here. Doesn't seem like it mentions the alternate route or anything like that, so it's a little bit odd. And already the non-spell is kind of an issue. Oh yeah, this one with the non-cancelable bullets. Wait, was the fire there before on the first cycle? Maybe it was. I don't remember seeing it though. What did you do there? Oh, this one was an issue. You know, see, here's the thing. This one, since it's like stage 5, I should see every pattern separately. Okay, and these are the true last boss ones. But yeah, as I say, it's probably not even a good idea to go against those in the first place. I don't know if maybe you get the bad ending by not getting the true last boss. Hard to tell. Bro, you're not even giving me time to go away. Though if it's fully aimed at you, yeah, you probably want to provoke it to summon them at a specific point. Actually, that seems like it works relatively well if you can cancel him, but at some point she does this pretty fast. Wait, can you survive the center here? Probably not, right? Okay, hold up. The answer is no because of the red bullets, but the red bullets are cancelable. But you also need to know where to stand because of the laser, so let's assume we do it on the bottom. Okay, no, that doesn't work. Because it will summon it. Okay, hold up. Maybe in the middle of the screen like this. Kinda. Yeah, you can do that. And since the bullets are so close to you, like you can actually cancel the spread that appears afterwards. Like that is a legitimate strategy. The issue is the location of the lasers, like remembering where you can be and where you cannot. Or maybe here. Yeah, okay, you can see here, like reference the release meter. Problem is that you have to be quick when the red bullets appear. I think that this is way safer than doing it the intended way. Problem is that as the release gets smaller, it's harder to properly do. And maybe it's not the greatest idea, especially if you don't have release levels to pull this off, which is very likely, I'm pretty sure. That's a strategy. I don't know if that's an intended strategy, probably no. It works. Pretty funnily, but it works. I mean, it's either that or skipping with a bomb. Doing that spell card the intended way is not a good idea. Not a good idea at all to that other one. Well, the issue of all of this is, since these all have some very specific strategies, is remembering them all, and I'm probably not gonna remember them. Oh, this one I also didn't understand the gimmick of these little guys. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to, my bad. It's just a reflex. I also didn't mean to die. So here, maybe I should remove the life counter. Well, it wouldn't really make a difference. Not like it takes a while to just restart from the menu, you know? Yeah, I wouldn't know how to do this one. Like, I have no clue what the gimmick is to get these guys off from you. Like being far from them, is that what does it? Or them just shooting? I think they should simply shoot after a set amount of time. Okay, I get it. When they are not inside that circle, they start shooting at you. Okay, but why do they even get... Oh, it's when you move that they get away, so you cannot move too far or they start shooting. isn't that nice? So, wait, if that's the case, couldn't I simply stand still and just use release on the oncoming bullets from the regular pattern? But assuming I don't die like that. Is that even aim? Because if it is aim... The moment you move is the moment they start blasting. Like, you want to stand still as soon as the spell starts. At least by being at the bottom of the screen, the guys that spawn from the bottom cannot hit you, so this will be the optimal strat here, right? Use release on that. The problem is that depending on the level of release, you cannot really do that. And then once she starts hurting, you probably can just start going upwards and deal damage until the spell is over. Okay, that works. But yeah, again, the problem is remembering this on the spot, and I'm probably I'm not gonna remember that on the spot. Like, more importantly, I'm not gonna remember what spell comes. This is simply a hard one to dodge, and that's it, right? Is there a gimmick to this one? No, right? No, don't return to title, do it again. I'm not sure if there's anything to this spell. You know, it's a hard spell to do. There is no gimmick, it's just dodge. Kinda. And then she has 3 more. Wait, hold up. Wait, was that a non-spell? Or am I stupid? Okay, it was a non-spell. Oh, and this one I also didn't understand, right? That's a lot of bullshit. Okay. This is a very weird spell, Gar. Not sure what... I mean, yeah, I use release and I save myself like that, but... Can you at least... Okay, you can make some of those disappear, and it makes the spell easier, but... Still not sure what the structure of the spell is supposed to be. It just seems so random, you know? At least you can... Assuming that you did all that damage, you can do it in one cycle. Okay, so what's the most optimal way of dealing with those things she spawns? Because you can probably get rid of a bunch of them like that, yeah. Okay, and I had none of them spawn from below. Actually, that's probably what you want to do. Regardless of how many of them they spawn, you just want to get rid of all the bottom ones. Yeah, that's probably what you want the most. Though, well, I'm not sure. The bullet density is deadly if you do that. Well, and also... No, it's okay, you can still deal enough damage. But yeah, maybe that wasn't the best idea. Yeah, very weird spell card all around. Oh yeah, this one, well, that's not the right way of doing it. You want to deal as much damage when the laser is looking at you. Just that the fire that comes there makes it look like it's gonna hit you immediately, but it won't. You know, the issue with this spell card is it's super hard to spot the things you are supposed to dodge. Unless you can do this slower. It doesn't look like you can do it slower. Unless those bullets that stay in the way are static. They don't look static to me. They probably are not. But even if they are, moving at that speed and dodging that seems a little bit unreasonable, if you ask me. Yeah, this is a spell card you want to skip. In fact, let's say you stay here and you take it all, and then when the laser is out to come, you bomb. That's not enough to skip, unfortunately. You probably should be fine. Yeah, afterwards, that's enough damage, so it's not a straight skip, but you can kinda do that. It doesn't seem worth it to dodge it. And this is the final one that it's simply dodging a lot. I think all the bullets were cancelable here, so yeah. Just like that non-spell is just dodge. There is no gimmick. There are many, like in general in this game, there are tons of gimmicky spell cards. Like the kind that you will find on an extra stage, but no, you're finding just casually here. This one is at least like a very classical spell card. Oh, and it went down pretty quickly. I don't know if the one in the real game goes down that quickly. Okay. Works for me. The true last boss thing, yeah, I don't think I will... Wait, hold up. I saw another option, right? Like, didn't... Okay, never mind. It's just simply cycles back to easy. Alright. Yeah, I still don't think this is doable, by the way. Like, even with all that practice... I mean, if anything, that practice was good enough to tell me that it isn't enough. It is the way it is. Marisa is probably gonna have an even harder time spotting the crystals, since her shot type doesn't have that much of a spread at all. I can't really tell if that was a timeout or not. It might have been. Probably not the fanciest use of a release there, but it's fine. Also, I've been so much on the late bosses patterns that I don't really remember the early boss patterns. That might be an issue. It's fine, don't worry about it. I still find the whole release system to be a little bit hard to use. Because it's unlike any other Touhou game. Well, unlike any official Touhou game at least. Especially since the release system is a thing in Touhou 16, but it doesn't really work this way. Like, you press the button and it's an instant release. Unless there is actually an option to do that here, but the problem is that the settings for this game are completely in Chinese. So it's kinda hard to tell, in all honesty, if there is an option that you can change to do an instant release. Because I don't think there's any reason why the release shouldn't be instantaneous. Well, maybe there is a scoring reason for that. Oh, I got that. That's supposed to be, well, according to a guide, it's the hardest crystal to get in the game. So I just got lucky, I guess. Or maybe Marisa is built differently. That could be the case too. There's also another one here on the second to last pendulum. But I don't even know what the second to last pendulum is. And even if I did, I don't know where the enemy is. Hey, I didn't kill it, because, I mean, it was already the last pendulum. Hey, we can forget all the crystals for now, honestly. I think that that's for the best. After practicing all those fucked up late bosses, the patterns from the early bosses definitely seem like they are from a completely different game. If anything, the early bosses are... Oh, except for this one. This is still a fucked up pattern no matter what. Pretty fucked up pattern. Yeah, that one I have no clue how to capture it. Just very hard. I'm bombing this. Not to mention I had quite a lot of bombs right there. Pretty nice. Okay. That was a shame. There's also apparently one of the fairies there shoots a bullet that you're supposed to destroy to get that crystal. I don't think I ever got that one yet, probably. Yeah, again, judging by how hard it's gonna be to survive anyways, I'm not even sure if it's a good idea to get to the true last boss, unless, as I said, it's mandatory for the good ending. It could be. I certainly hope it isn't. Well, I did get one of the crystals there. I didn't really mean to bomb that though, but I guess I did. Ah, that's a shame. I got hit at the same time that I release. That sucks. That's the kind of thing that you kinda would want to reset the run, but I don't really want to reset the run right now, so I guess not. Normally it will be a run reset with something, with a mistake like that one. The good thing is that the trains don't come down immediately. Oof. Close. Oof. Okay. Yeah, those red bullets almost killed me like 3 times there. Surprised I didn't die, really. Nice. This is survival. I got a little bit scared there. It's fine. Well, except for that one death where I have some bombs on stock, it's not a bad run, but the first half of the game is not an issue, it's the second half that is an issue. And this stage makes it apparent pretty quickly. Too many cancels there. The good thing is that you build back the meter relatively quickly, at least when you are in the stage. Not so much on boss fights though. I'm not really sure what is it that gives you back your meter though. Okay, I didn't kill the enemy that will normally give me a crystal there. I'm bombing this, if you don't mind. Oh, I got one crystal. The thing about the crystals is that aside from the true last boss thing or whatever, they give you the life meter to earn an extra life. That's why they are kinda important for survival. But ironically, if you get 9 and you get to the true last boss, then... well, no, it's not something that probably is very good for survival at all. Hey, I don't even remember what those last 3 patterns were, but I probably don't want to see them. Now, do I remember these patterns or do I not? I feel like I probably don't. Oh, I have no releases here. That's an issue. Okay. Was a capture somehow. Oh, this fucking pattern. Yeah, you definitely... well, that's the thing, you probably don't want to use release for this one, you probably want a bomb. Because if you use release, it's kind of like you're just wasting the meter, because it's not gonna be enough with releases, it's just a very hard pattern. I guess oh, remember this one. Oof, that was pretty close. Nice, good capture. What was this one? Oh yeah, this is the last one. Blue bullets are not cancelable, only red ones. Wow, that went pretty well. Well, practicing here definitely paid out, I guess. But yeah. Let's see how long practice can take me. How far, sorry. How long? Well, practice took me a little bit long, yes. So this stage is so weird with the whole negative and positive shit. And the fact that you have to kind of be in all 3 of them to collect all the crystals. Wait, is that the first time? I thought I collected all 3 crystals here. Maybe I didn't. Possible I didn't. At least maybe there are 4 crystals here or something. But I noticed that I'm definitely not collecting them all. That ain't happening. I just hope that the crystals are not needed for the true last boss, you know. I mean, the true last boss is not needed for the good ending. Yeah, that's a hard pattern to dodge. I only got 1. That's pretty sad. I didn't remember that gave you an extra life. I mean, I remember it from the spell practice here, but I guess you know, memory and shit. Well, one of these had a crystal, I think, but I can't remember who. Huh, that's pretty fucked up. If you cannot kill one of those in time, it will, you know, the aura around them will just kill you. I thought I spawned the crystal there, maybe I did, or maybe no, I did, I think. I didn't see when I collected it, I think I did spawn it. Okay. That's a good amount of resources, but this is a boss. It's certainly a boss. I didn't check if she has a hit. I don't think she has. In fact, I think that bosses in general, don't seem to have a hitbox, and that's a shame. I could have just bombed this shit. Fuck you. The problem is that there, if you want to board this properly, you have to not make her aim at the center like that. Okay. Oh yeah, this survival. This very, very hateable survival. I think that bombing is the best medicine for this. But yeah, then comes this. Damn it. I was doing well. Hope at least I'm able to get another extra life before the run is done. That's a way to get fucked. That's the issue on spells that you use release and then you use bomb, is that with a bomb like Marisa's, using the release is kind of like just wasting it, since the bomb will have skipped everything anyways, you know? Oh, well, this one, my idea was skipping it, but I didn't have a bomb, now I do, so it gets skipped. That's the issue, if you wanna skip them, but you don't have bomb. Got it. And so little to get an extra life. But this is gonna happen. I don't know. I got further than I expected, at least. I was not expecting to get this far at all. I also don't even remember what the locations of the crystals was in in the last stage. Oof. Thanks for the bomb, I guess. Pretty nice of you. I was thinking of keeping canceling those, but still don't know about this alternate route thing. Unfortunately, the real issue here is the fact that I am that close to getting an extra life, but I don't actually get it. There goes that. That's a shame. I probably should practice the last stage, because it's just like the stage itself killed me. I'm just gonna do a continue anyways. I think that... I don't know if this is... Oh, that's the crystal. Pretty funny. I have no clue if that's the alternate route or not. Probably not. Really don't know how you get there. Yeah, I guess this will serve as a practice for the final boss as well. See what I can do. Oof, that was close. Okay. What was the gimmick here? No, the gimmick, I mean, there is no gimmick. Here it's simply dodging that shit from below. And that's hard to do. Because it's very slow and the gap between the bullets is very small. Okay. Oh, well, I'm dead. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I didn't expect the strategy on this one to actually work, considering that you need to position yourself in a very specific spot to make it work. Because the issue is remembering, not positioning yourself. Like, the spot is not hard to measure, it's just knowing, like, yes, this Pelgar is the one to do that. Ah, fuck. I already fucked this one up. And this is another one that if you don't remember exactly what you were supposed to do, it's, you know, not gonna happen. I probably should also skip this pattern. Like, doing releases on that doesn't seem useful at all. That should be enough, right? To finish this before, yeah, the next pattern. Oh, yeah, and this one. Yeah, so for this one I already decided to essentially skip it like this. Seems to be the winning strategy. Like, the winning strategy is not to play, basically. And then this one is a matter of dodging. I would assume that the difficulty of this final spell is that bombs are ineffective, right? Well, they will make you not get hit, but I will assume they deal no damage, right? Probably. That works. Doing this in a one coin clear is the real issue. Well, I need to practice the final stage, like the stage itself. Also, I didn't see the bad ending of Marisa. It's like the thing that changes is the deaths, not like I can understand it, you know. Okay, I wanna check because this thing, like there is a guide here that tells you how to stay in the eye of the hurricane just before the stage hits boss. After it drops, a huge cluster of bullets and fairies start appearing from the sides. I could try that in stage practice. Okay. Yeah, I guess. Maybe. Alright. Well, that and also the crystals. Top left corner for stage 3 in both cases. Yeah, and then the other ones. The problem is that this is something that, even if you know where they are, it's just pretty hard to do anything to spot them. Okay, so here practice the whole thing. You see, this kick your ass, and it cannot kick your ass. If anything kicks your ass in this final stage, it has to be the boss, but it cannot be the stage itself. You will already have enough with the boss, you know. Like, this... What happens if you don't shoot? Oh, they shoot bullets regardless. Well, by killing more of them, they shoot less bullets. But yeah, the ones that explode are non-cancelable, so... And maybe you just want to on that to not deal with the shit that comes afterwards. And then this one, I think the strategy that I use on the actual run is not that bad. Well, I guess only use release if you feel that you're cornered, but otherwise dodging up and down like this should be enough. Okay, that bomb was not necessary. In fact, I shouldn't be using bombs in the first place here. Because it's a stage practice, you know? Like, what benefit do I have of using bombs? Well, I have benefit of knowing with how much I can get away with. So here it says, stay on the eye of the hurricane when fairies start spawning from the side. But that's not the case yet, theoretically. So if you don't shoot these things down... No, it's here. This is when you're supposed to stay. Yeah, the thing is that you're supposed to stay here while you're bombarded by bullets on the spot, so... Without bombing, I'm not sure how you want me to do that. But did that even work? I didn't get any achievement, so... Well, maybe it doesn't work if it's not on a real run, but... Then again, what will that even change? Because... I mean, you still fight the boss. And it's the same boss, you know, like... Whether you get the true last boss or not is not related to that. Alright, let me try that again. I want to see if my strat... Like how many resources my strat makes me use to get past the stage without dying. I don't know. Yeah, this one, I still think the best thing you can do is simply bomb, and that's it. Like, I understand the pattern, but it's not a pattern you want, pattern that you want to fuck around with. So if you have a bomb available, I guess do that. Well, if you don't have a bomb available, I guess it's shit. And also when the huge lamp of enemies that shoot revenge bullets appear, I probably should not shoot. Well, the issue is that if I don't shoot, a lot of them start firing bullets, but this is not particularly hard to dodge. Okay, that's hard to dodge though. Yeah, okay, you probably don't want to leave too many of them alive. The irony is that the bomb doesn't get rid of them. Oh wait, maybe you can stay in the eye of the hurricane by just killing the fairies or something. Well, doesn't matter. Guess I will practice the boss one more time before giving it another run, because I mean this is at the end of the game, so you can do everything perfectly up until here. Matters very little. Okay, that works. Okay, nice capture. Use too many. Oh, this one. Well, the problem here is that I don't have many, like, much meter to do the releases, so I don't think this is gonna work. Maybe it will. The issue is that it also depends on boss RNG, and the boss RNG right there did not help me at all. Yeah, that was a failure. I guess if you're seeing that you don't have enough meter, simply bomb that. If you have a full meter for release, yeah, you can do that strat. It should work. Like this one, yeah, at the bottom. Problem is that this one also without release available is a hard one to do. Okay, that works. Surprisingly. I'm having a hard time to get back release meter here. Like it's stuck there, probably because I'm not doing any racing. I think that that's the main mechanic that gives you that, probably. I think it is racing mostly. I mean, it's the cubes. There are some cube pickups, but I think those cubes appear when you do that, probably. With this one, we already said it was bomb. It's probably... Oh, okay. The small bullets are non-cancelable. It's the big ones that are cancelled, which I feel like it doesn't make any sense, but that's just how it works. Oh, I also never check if this is truly bomb immune or not. It probably is, but I wanna check. Yes, it is. Obviously, it erases the bullets, but well, it also gives you the iframes, but yeah, bombing this, unless like you're about to die and you don't have any releases, is an absolute waste. Like, it makes no sense to bomb this. Considering that it's the last spell card, you probably will want to dump all your resources into it anyways. It's a problem though. Like, I feel like this final stage, you need to get here with so many resources that I don't have. Okay, let me check something again. On that final stage... Okay, I wanted to check something since the good thing about a stage practice is that it lets you go to any part. I want to see that final part, the one with the fairies that point down. Like, can you just stay? Oh, it's the whole thing. The one that counts as a part here. Okay, gotcha. If you stay in the middle, it actually does work. It probably doesn't happen in practice, the fact that you get transported to the other thingy. But it's interesting that it works that way. I guess it's time to do another run from scratch. I don't know, it's pretty close to happening, but I feel like I have to play a lot better than what I'm doing right now. I don't think I'm playing badly, but it's like a step greatly above. So I don't think I mean, it's not a surprise because I'm terrible with names, but I don't think I saw, well, I saw, or like I remember a single character name from this game, well, with the exception of the protagonist, obviously. Like, these names, oh, that's why, it's because they are in Chinese. I was out to say, like, even though my memory is bad and I'm bad with names, weird I don't remember any particular name. Well, yeah, good luck reading that. Yeah, no, I cannot do that, sorry. That's a little bit too much. I'm pretty sure that all of the names are in Chinese. So it's not like there's one outlier. No, they are all Chinese. Good luck guessing, I guess. Also, how is it going, Clone Cat? Just here doing some runs that are surprisingly closer than I thought they would be. But I still need to do better to get the Lunatic 1 coin clear. But so far, yeah, I'm doing well enough, I guess. Or as... How should I put it? I'm doing better than what I thought. Well, I already say that. Yeah, sorry. I guess it's hard to speak today. Yeah, I blame this game. Kinda needs a lot of concentration to play, you know. It's not particularly easy at all. But I try for my brain to not get fried. Yeah, it ain't easy. It's a rough game. I should not have bombed that. Let's just bomb, why not? I didn't even get the crystal there, even with the bomb being active. Yeah, it's fine. The idea is that, you know, there is a true last boss and everything in this game, but I don't know if you can get the good ending if you don't go for the true last boss. Like, the requirement is basically finding some hidden crystals that are kind of a pain in the ass to pick up. So I'm hoping it's not necessary, not to mention that the true last boss will obviously make it harder to get the one going clear, obviously. But yeah, I don't know. Don't think it's a good idea. But if I get the bad ending by not doing the true last boss, that will suck balls. Though technically it will be a one coin clear, but would it? Because that's the thing. Would it be considered a clear? Because yes, 1 credit or 1 coin, whatever you wanna call it, yes, that part is right. But what about the clear part? Is it clear? Is it not clear? And yeah, well, I wasn't able to see that because I'm kinda getting my ass kicked. So how is it going, Hihan? You know that these are the games that I normally used to play a lot, right? And I died there. Well, unfortunately that has to be a restart. I don't like it, but that's a restart. Really sucks, but can't do much about it. I mean, that non-spell, I should not take it easy like that. So you can actually look at how the release bar gets filled. Essentially, the bar above the character's head is the one that shows you one level of the release. And then the border, the circular border surrounding... For fuck's sake. You know what? Whatever. I'm just gonna focus. This is a shoot 'em up? Yeah. It is a shoot 'em up. You shoot and you dodge. It's the way it works. It's essentially one of the genres I play the most. Usually. It's just that lately I guess I'm not playing them that much. Pretty much the reason in the first place why I started to stream, well, specifically Touhou. But yeah, I then started playing other shoot 'em ups. This is epileptic. Well, yeah, if you have epilepsy issues, you probably shouldn't be looking at the screen right now. That applies to any shoot 'em up, especially ones like this with very colorful patterns. You shoot 'em up. Wait, something I don't need for speed. The most wanted remake, yeah. Surely it's a good idea to spend money on that one. I think that honestly the one that I probably recommend the most, like the one that's probably the best idea out of all of the ones that are on Steam, is probably Payback. Like, Payback just does many things right, and it doesn't do that many things wrong. Like, yes, it does things wrong, and I complain about them quite a lot. Well, either that or Unbound, but I guess Unbound... Like, Unbound is a game that I have to hold myself on recommending because so many people don't like it for some reason. I really like that game, but since so many people don't, it makes me think that maybe I'm by myself there. I don't know. Anything is possible. Ass. Yeah, the point is that yes, if you ask me, it's Unbound, the one you need to get. Well, Rivals, I forgot that Rivals is there. Rivals is a good game too. Yeah, basically to me, Rivals, Payback and Unbound, not in that order. I will personally say Unbound, Rivals and Payback. Everything else, I personally wouldn't get it. But yeah, a lot of people recommend Hit, and I still don't know why, but yeah, those three are the ones I will recommend on the Steam, of the ones that are on Steam, right? That was a waste. Damn it. Oof, close. I should have used a release. 15. Yeah, the problem with 15 is, yeah, the visual is pretty cool, but I mean, if you wanna purchase a racing game with good visuals, I feel like there are probably better ones that are also better to play, you know. But yeah, that game kinda sucks. Quite. I wouldn't say a lot, but it's barely playable on Steam. It has so many technical issues and Electronic Arts, as you would expect, never bothered to fix them. So it's barely even playable in the technical aspect. The gameplay wise is whatever, it's nothing out of the ordinary, like it works. Well, no, that's the thing, it doesn't work, but the thing is that when it does work, it's okay. Rivals before Payback, well, it depends on what you prefer. If you like Rivals, here's the thing, if you enjoy playing as a co-op, then yes, Rivals before Payback. If you don't, no, then no, go for Payback. It's all a matter of that. How much do you like the idea of being a cop? That's the thing. Like being a cop? Rivals. Don't really like being a cop? Payback. That's what I will say. Criterion say the franchise is dead. No, I don't know if the Saudis will be interested in Need for Speed. Will they? I mean, maybe. I mean, cool, yes, sure. And the Saudis have proven that a lot of things are possible. Yeah, I mean, reading the chat, well, I cannot really read the chat when I'm in the middle of dodging, but when it's an in-between between sections, I can, yeah. It's a little bit hard to give a coherent answer sometimes. I try my best though. It's not precisely easy sometimes. Yeah, the point is that yeah, I've been playing shoot 'em ups for like what, 14 years? Yeah, 14 years. Well, almost 14 years if we're gonna be precise, but yeah. I've been playing shoot 'em ups for a while, yeah. So yeah, to me, I wouldn't say it's second nature because it really isn't, but yeah, I still do well. Oh, I don't have bomb, fuck. I was relying on the bomb there to not die. God damn it. I feel like that would be more useful to know than the bar for release. Like knowing how many bombs I have right there, right next to Marisa's sprite. The bar, like, what I feel like it should say is the amount of bomb and the level of release, because that bar is useless. Yeah, don't worry about it. Though this run is not good, especially wasting a bomb there at the opening. Yeah. I think that maybe that run that I did earlier that went to the final stage was not something I can normally replicate. Well, there go 2 bombs. I don't know what the Saudi are gonna do, dude. Like, I don't think I know the Saudis well enough to know what they do or don't do. Like, it's just hard to tell. The thing is that so far from what I've seen, the Saudis just do whatever they want, in the sense that they don't really follow any pattern. Like, whichever is the oil prince that purchases it does whatever that specific oil prince wants. So what that oil prince will do, well, I don't know. Unless you ask them, I wouldn't know what they do. It's like a very personal thing with the Saudis. Like, if they want to do it, they do it, and if they don't, they don't. Even if it's something that will not give them money, as they already proved multiple times. The biggest example is the acquisition of SNK, the company that makes fighting games, and Metal Slug. They made fighting games that there is no way they give them, they give anyone a profit. Well, anyone, I guess, except for the people that work on it. Like, yeah, those get a paycheck, which is pretty nice, I guess. But they are games that don't give you more money than the one you invested. There is no way. So the Saudis just do whatever they feel like is what they wanna do. Doesn't have to be a smart financial decision, doesn't have to be precisely a politically aligned decision. It's simply what they want. Again, judging for what I've seen so far, obviously there could be one that actually does a smart financial decision, but so far all of them have shown to not do that. Because I've seen many Saudi purchases and all of them are usually terrible ideas from a financial standpoint. Like, they just lose money. And that's fine, like, I mean, it's their money, they can do whatever they want with it, you know? Like, that's, I guess, the beauty of it for them. Like, doesn't matter if they lose money, they do just whatever they want. Especially when you spend making Cristiano Ronaldo a playable character in a fighting game. Probably one of the worst ideas that you can have. But yeah. The thing is that was a thing. Like, you probably spend a shit ton of money doing that, and not really for any reason, because that game, which is, by the way, City of the Wolves, Garo City of the Wolves is the name. Well, or maybe I think it's called Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. Whatever. Like, I'm pretty sure the Japanese name is still Garo. Point is that it's a game that is extremely unpopular. It's like nobody gives a fuck about that game. Well, nobody. Yes, there are like 100 people in the whole world probably playing it right now, but I mean, obviously that's nothing. And I mean, that doesn't really have to do that much with the quality of the game, even though the quality of the game is pretty rough. As a fighting game, it's whatever. Like, it does a good enough show, I guess, but it's a game that is very clearly not popular and very clearly is not giving them profits. There is no way they are profiting from that game. So yeah, they bought, well, that's another thing, they bought the rights to Evo. Evo is a fighting game tournament, well, I don't know if you should call it company, it's more of a brand name, not really a company, I think. But the point is that it's one of those things that, I mean, esports in itself is something that I'm pretty sure that gives no one a profit, right? Like, esports is... What? Did you get it? Did I get what? Or were you making a joke? But they did purchase Evo, right? What do you mean? What did I not get? Because I like, that's not a joke. Like, they did purchase Evo. Which I guess it's a joke in itself, yeah. But I mean, were you meaning something else that I didn't catch? Oof, didn't have release. Oof. Fatal Fury? Oh, you mean if I purchased the game? No, I didn't. I just watch people play and some of them talk about it. It seems like as a fighting game, it's probably the only modern fighting game that actually plays like a classic fighting game. So that's what I mean, that it's whatever as a fighting game. It's like, alright. The problem is kinda everything else. Ah, for fuck's sake, dude. I guess the previous run was a miracle. I don't think I can replicate that. I'm getting fucked left and right this time. That's a shame. Oh well, what can you do? It's a hard game, you know. It's not an easy game at all, so it's fine. Don't worry too much about it. Not sure? Okay, yeah. It's not a good idea to try dodging that. I mean, I survived for a while, but it's not a good idea. Pretty hard to survive. But then I feel so bad that this is so far away from the previous run. Like, it's actually, or at least I think it's, I don't remember how many resources I had by now on the previous run, but I think it was more. Is this game not on Steam? No, this game is on Steam. This game is actually on Steam. I'm pretty sure you can purchase it right now. It's on Steam, and I'm pretty sure that these people did make other stuff as well. It's one of those Chinese Lua STG games. So it's pretty cool. And usually the Lua STG games tend to be pretty nice. Probably if you search by Touhou, you're not gonna find it because like the Touhou part is written in Chinese. If you just put vitality of whatever, yeah, it's there. Like, I don't even know what the subtitle is supposed to be. For the Blue Devil one that I played yesterday, I know that the subtitle is Touhou Seikaen. But yeah, that's because the Steam page says it. On this one it doesn't say shit. Or rather it says it, but in Chinese, so I cannot read that. Obviously. But yeah, I'm afraid that... Well, even if you search it, like, in whatever the pronunciation is, it probably wouldn't have shown up anyways then. Well, there goes a run. Not like I should have expected it going anywhere, but... The thing is that I'm just surprised on how much worse this run is compared to the previous one. Like, am I really playing that much worse? I guess I am. That was pretty sad, isn't it? Well... Yes. Steam search is not that good. Well, yeah, there's also that. Alright, let me try to see if I can spot the gems in practice. Like, the pendulum one is the one that I missed multiple times by now. It's on stage 2, part 8. It says the second to last pendulum. Wait, no, this one I didn't miss it actually. It's the one I did get. Right? The previous one is the one I didn't get, which is the... Yeah, like that one, yeah, it's there. It's hard to see, but it's like you can see that you're hitting something invisible. Not sure where he starts spawning though. That's the problem. And I miss it again there. So where the fuck is it? Yeah, it starts on the left. It starts on the left and then I think it moves to the right, but it's not that easy to snipe it immediately. Okay, I see it. It's not invisible actually, it's a ball of light. Didn't it say it's invisible? Maybe I am invisible. But you know, you can clearly see it. Well, I hope you can. Look at the top of left of the screen. Well, not even top left. That's the problem. It stays active for so little. Like, let's say that you stay... Okay, I actually kill it pretty quickly there. But yeah, the point is that he spawns there. Well, there's that one. Alright. Then on stage 3... Yeah, this is the one that I don't understand. Like, this one seems fucked up. So in stage 3, when you start, one of the fairies shoots something. And one of them you can shoot it down. Like, one of the bullets you can shoot it down. But... like, I don't think that happened a single time. Not to mention, I don't know what's the final fairy. You could bomb. Well, that's the issue though. If you bomb, the fairy doesn't even shoot the bullet, you know? That's kinda the issue. Yeah, this is a problem. I mean, I don't think that at this point worrying about the crystals is gonna do much better, but as I say, the crystals give you life meter. So technically your survival is better by collecting them, but... easier said than done. Yeah, like, one of those bullets that are shot down... Yeah, but none of them could be shot down, unless it's the one on the left. Yeah, the issue is that the guy doesn't specify which bullet is, unless it's random every time, which will suck, but it's the only thing I could think of. It says that it's the last fairy. Okay, I got it. But yeah, like... I think it mostly was thanks to the one, though I think it popped up before the one. And then the other two in this stage are on the top left when the train comes. Those two I actually did get them. So there's that. Well, if that's the case, I don't really need to practice it. Stage 4, a while after the mid-boss at this point, in a small red spirit enemy at the top center of the screen. What? Part 7. Yeah, but okay, what pattern do I have to look for? Well, it's one of those I could probably choose bomb, yes, but... yeah. You can bomb and you get it, but... what if you don't bomb? It appears at descent. Well, the problem is that... what if you don't bomb? I don't know if you don't want to bomb this. You most likely will get it, I guess, because I cannot imagine myself not bombing this. Well, that's that, and then before the boss, at the start of the survival start section, an invisible enemy at the top right corner. Wait, what start survival? Did I play this? Oh, this. I think I saw. It's... okay. At least... it should be easy to remember that it's at the start of this. What's not easy to remember is that it's at the top right. But yeah, sure. And then on stage 5 is where it gets fucked up. Yeah, like that's not easy to do at all. Yeah, that one won't be easy. I want to see on the final stage, it says... no, not retry. One of the fairies coming from above. It's part 4. After the mid-boss. in one of the fairies. Oh, well, okay, one of the fairies. Yeah, which one? Nice description. Yeah, one of the fairies, okay. I'm supposed to guess which one. I mean, at that point you rather bomb, but... yeah, one of them. Okay, thanks for the info, dude. Are you kidding me? Unless it really is random, but... what is this, KBs? Yes, pretty much. It's a good way to do the comparison, yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty funny of you, Mr. Game. Well, Mr. Game? No, Mr. Guide. But which one of these is supposed to be the one, guys? Killing all of them doesn't seem like the right idea. Not to mention, can the bomb even kill them? Doesn't look like it. I mean, it's either random or you are an asshole. Because why wouldn't you tell me which one it is? I mean, I could check if it's one of the ones on the right. I guess in the middle it's definitely not. Well, no, it doesn't seem to be on the right either. Or maybe it's on the left. Promise that being on the left in this section is not a good idea. Or maybe it's one of those that it's kind of at the middle but not really, in which case, well, that's pretty messed up of you. Okay, I got it. It is on the left. It's one of the last ones on the left. Hold up. Let me check if it's consistent or if it's random. If it's random though, that's ultra fucked up, guys. How am I supposed to figure it out? You're out of your mind. Well, maybe they do have a visual thing. Okay, yeah, it's on the left. I don't know if it's a good one to catch though, but yeah. Yeah, that fairy over there, I know, right? Let me try it again though, guys. If I will be doing this one, but again, maybe if I can probably be closer to the center here. Because I think it's either the third or the fourth one. It might be the... well, hold up. You cannot be really in one line. You're supposed to be in between this. Let me stay in between the fourth and the fifth. Let's see if that one is enough or if it's the third one. So, okay, well. I'm a moron. I'm thinking that this is not a good idea. Like, this is one of those that you probably want to skip. Because, yeah, it's kind of fucked up, you know. You can also use release here. Well, no. So maybe it is one of the ones on the third row then. Like, okay, between third and fourth, maybe this one will work better. Is that here? There is some... yeah, it's the third one. Problem is that makes the whole pattern extremely hard. That's not a good idea. I think that one is better to skip. And the problem is that even bombing doesn't seem to work. Well, final run, because I don't have any more time anyways after this, so... I don't think the one coin clear is happening, unfortunately. It is what it is. As I say, I got further than I expected. I mean, I got to the final boss without... well, did I? No, I think I died right before the final boss, which is pretty sad. But I got to the final stage without continuing, so... not bad. That's actually like a very good way to call this, like the Dodonpachi VCS. That's exactly what these shits are. Except even more obnoxious, because in Dodonpachi, well, no, I actually don't know if I should say that. Like, let's just say that Dodonpachi gives you quite a bit of competition when it comes to being obnoxious in the V department. You sack of fucking shit. Alright, I'm starting to think that this final run is not gonna go anywhere. Which I guess it doesn't take a genius to figure it out, but I think I'm kinda out of it. It is what it is. Wait, did I even get the... Did I not get it? Or does it appear here? Oh, it appears there. Okay. I mean, making it an invisible enemy is the part that is fucked up. Though, even the ones that are visible technically is... Like, they are extremely hard to spot. Like, yes, I get they are hidden, but unless you read a guide, you could basically play this game for your whole life and still don't know where they are. Because there is nothing that really points to them, you know? It doesn't really work that way. That's a good way to die. Well, there is one thing that if you manage to get 9 crystals by the time you hit the final stage, at least, you know, it's something, right? Like, you don't need to worry about that one with the fairies that come from above, at least, but yeah, I don't know. I probably shouldn't be worrying about that in the first place, you know? This is hard enough as it is. I probably could increase the volume of the game for myself, so I can listen to the music better. That will surely make me play better as well, right? Let me do it. Just increase the volume. Let's see how it goes. Probably a bad idea, because it's, if anything, it's probably gonna distract me more. I mean, it's not like I have any hope of getting the run at this point anyway, so... Whatever happens, at least I want to listen to the music, you know? Now, the issues that I already kinda forgot about were these things were oopsies. Like a bar buff, yeah. Indeed. Or maybe it's a debuff. Okay, why did you bomb that? There was no reason to bomb that. Why did you do that? Like, why are you like this? There was exactly zero reason to do that. Well, and there was plenty of reason to actually do that there. Whatever. I don't have time for another run, so it will be this one. Until the end. I mean, after all, see, here's the thing. If I manage to collect 9 crystals, well, that's the thing. I don't know if the true last boss shows up if you know. But it's almost impossible here to look at the green enemy that appears. Okay, it's there. I saw it. Is Master Spark enough to get it? Yeah, it is. Nice. That's pretty cool. You can actually, you know, interestingly enough, just talking about the music and shit, by listening to the music there, you can tell what's the second to last pendulum. Like, the pendulums are synchronized to the music. So yeah, that way you can know which one is the second to last and where that green enemy shows up. So yeah, see, it's not a bad idea, surely. It's a good enough idea. I mean, that's the whole thing about Touhou. Touhou, and I mean the original, not the fan games like this, but like the original with Soon is also a lot about like synchronizing the gameplay with the music, so you can actually use the music as a sound cue to know what to do. I hate this spell card so fucking much. I think it's legitimately one of the worst spell cards in the game. And the worst part is that it's for a gimmick that never gets used again. I mean, I guess nice on the creativity, but... I'm glad I was able to death bomb that. Okay. Stage 3 was the one with the trains. Oh, and okay, the one with this one as well. Like the bullet that you have to shoot down, but that's not gonna happen, dude. Like, that happened on practice mode and it was by pure accident. The train ones I can definitely do it, but the bullet, it ain't gonna happen. Yeah, like, wasn't it that one? Or maybe did I accidentally kill the fucking... What kind of fucked up Stars and Stripes spell card is that? Well, yeah, it is kinda like Stars and Stripes, but the thing is that the gimmick is even more obnoxious because the idea is that you have those circles that spawn from the bottom that make you immune to bullets, but they freeze the timer. That's the issue. So when they freeze the timer, like, you're kinda screwed because you are not gonna go past the spell, but at the same time, if you don't get that immunity, you very easily die. So unless you bomb, and even if you bomb, it's still not enough to let the time go out. It's a very fucked up spell card because it's a gimmick that, I mean, the first time you're playing, you're not gonna figure it out. There is no way you figure it out by yourself the first time. Well, or rather, you will figure it out when you already lost all your resources, which is... I wouldn't say it's pretty nice at all, personally. At least I got these crystals. Ooh, I almost got a crystal up my ass right there. Okay. What were this? I hate loose bullets like that so much. At this point, I'm just doing this run to get the crystal, so I don't know if you can get the true last boss if you continue before getting there. Maybe you cannot. If you use a continue, maybe even having all 9 crystals is not gonna matter. Well, we are gonna find out, I guess. Hopefully. Or you know what will be pretty fucked up? That you get the good ending even if you continue simply for being able to fight against the true last boss. See, that will be truly fucked up. But I can see that happening, you know? I mean, I wouldn't say it wouldn't be surprising, because yes, it will be surprising, but... I can see it happening considering that the crystal thingy seems to have so much emphasis in the game, you know? For whatever reason. But I guess it's as you say, they kinda wanted to be Dodonpachi. Sure. Also, surely the thing that this is already a bad run means that I will do everything else in the run super well, right? Since there are no stakes, so there are no nerves, right? Surely it's gonna be like that. And it will end up being a good run. Right? That's how these things work, right? I think they do. Have a lot of experience with shoot 'em ups. They tend to go that way. I'm just kidding. Not always. Sometimes they do though. But yeah. No. Okay, nice. Okay. At least we got past the halfway point. It's something. So, stage 4. I remember the one at the top right, but what about before that? What was before that? Because there are 2, I think, here. 2 crystals. But where was the first one? Did I already miss it? Could be funny. No, I remember. It's on a... yeah, I do. It's a random ass pattern in the middle of the stage. After the mid-boss, I think... Okay. I shouldn't have bombed that. It's fine, whatever. Yeah, after the mid-boss, I remember the start of the pattern at least. It's just that I'm not sure if it is the exact pattern I think it is. Also, how the fuck do you dodge this? I think you're intended to be in the middle of the screen for this. Well, for some of this, because for that one, definitely not. Okay, here's the mid-boss. At least she's gonna give me an extra life, so that's something. This run is trash, that's for sure. There is no doubt about that. I'm curious at least to see the crystal thingy happen. This is still not the pattern. The problem is that I wasted my bomb, and I think it was in one of these. Not this one in particular though. Unless it was the previous one, which means that I already lost it. Okay, I have no bombs. Okay, it's this one. Means that I don't remember. It wasn't on the right side, was it? Yeah, I missed it, but... Yeah, I think I maybe confused it. No, I confused it with the stars one, this one. This one is the one that starts at the right side. That I also didn't get, by the way. Because, I mean, it spawns on the right side, but doesn't mean that it stays there. Well, I missed the 2 of them. So I guess this run is not gonna be even useful for that. Pretty nice. Very cool, I like when that happens. This run is not even gonna be useful to test that out. So what is this run useful for? Yes, you guessed it. For absolutely nothing. That's what this run is good for. Indeed. Truly a worthless run. They didn't even do that right. I guess you should break the second one quick. You cannot let the second one alive for too long, because otherwise the overlap will end up killing you, clearly. Oof, that was close. You got 3 bombs. Okay, and speaking of bomb, yeah, you wanna bomb this pattern. This pattern, don't even try it. I already tried it and it didn't go well. It's just a hard pattern. Maybe there is a specific strategy to dodge shit easily, but none that I have discovered at least. Okay. Stay down. This one, even though it's very capturable, it's very hard to capture. Or rather, it's not hard in the traditional sense. It's simply random. That's what it is. It's random to capture it. All depends on how she's feeling. Can I die there, really? This also feels like such a random as a spell card too. Well, it's not really as random as the previous one, but yeah, it's still annoying. Well, this was terrible. Absolutely terrible run, no matter how you look at it. Terrible in every single aspect. And getting the spirits here is even more fucked up. All of the spirits that I got here were by pure luck and nothing else. Maybe it will happen by accident now, but I haven't seen a single one yet, so maybe not. The mechanics of this stage are weird. Like, I understand the whole meter and if you go to +10 and -10, like, yes, I get it, but I got one, by the way. And that's an extent. I doubt that I will get the 3 ones I normally do get in here. In fact, I did not. There is one at the end of the stage. I think that you're supposed to stay at minus or +10 during that section to get the final one of the stage. Or something like that, I really don't know. Oh, that was a capture. Nice. I thought I had a bomb. I didn't. Maybe it wasn't here at the end. Or rather, this is not the end. Maybe. Okay, I think that one might be the one I was just talking about. Or maybe not. I have 7. So if I don't get any other one here, at least I guess you always have the last 2 on the final stage, and since this run is not gonna go anywhere anyways, I guess I could just do that. Wow. I didn't have bomb, so I tried pressing bomb and it didn't work, but I did get the release on time. Okay. That's the reason why it's a bad idea to get near this bitch. It's because she summons the bullets right from where she is. That's a shame, because that's normally not that hard of a spell, Garo. Yeah, whatever. And this is also not that hard of a non-spell. It is what it is. That came from off screen. I just want you to know that came straight from off screen. I'm gonna use a continue because at least since I know the location of the final 2 crystals, I might be able to get it. Though I know the location of the second to last one, but do I know the location of the actual last one? Like, yes, I think I do. I mean, I could pause the game and just double check, I guess. Problem is that even if I check it in text, it's a little bit different than actually seeing it in game. You know? And I did see it in game once, but I feel like I simply just bombed. I mean, I'm probably gonna do that again anyways, but... That was a nice capture. At least with how shitty this run is, I still find room for nice captures like that. Okay. Yeah, this spell guard, even if I try, it's not happening. It's just that I didn't have any bombs, so couldn't simply cancel it with a Master Spark to the face. So this one kinda relies on RNG too, because that burst of purple bullets sometimes comes a lot faster than other times, so yeah, whatever. So I know where as I say, I know where the second to last crystal is, but yeah, I guess, hold up. Let me pause and check what it says. At the end of the stage, in an invisible enemy in the middle of the swirling mass of enemies, which appears when extra fairies start coming in from the sides, it stays around for only 2 seconds, so get it quickly, preferably with a bomb. That's what it says. So yes, bomb, I guess, and especially Master Spark should be able to get it. Man. I mean, I guess if I don't have a bomb by then, the best thing I could do is purposely die to get one. I just wanna see if the true last boss shows up without continue. And well, even funnier, as I said, if it actually gives you the good ending. Can you imagine that? That would be pretty funny. I will approve. I will only approve from a humoristic standpoint, because yeah, from a gameplay standpoint, preferring to find hidden shit rather than not continuing is very bad. Okay, there it is. Oof. Wow. I can't believe I actually survived that. I don't know how, but I did. That's something that on a real run you don't want to do, obviously. Now the important thing here is that enemy with the crystal apparently appears later on, closer to the end. So it's not worth it to waste the bomb now. For the time being, kill... Well, it's okay, now you have bombs, I guess. At least you don't have to worry about it. But you have to worry about it being a moron. Like that part is kind of important. I got it. So I have 9 crystals. The question is... yeah. Is that good enough or not? I will say probably not. In order to know, I need to get to the end of the fight. So allow me to do that. Well, allow me to do that. I mean, at the worst I can choose credit feed, you know, like I already did. Well, unless I've been lied to and it's not 9, but I checked my comment in the video where I played this like 2 years ago, and I also mentioned that they are 9, so I believe myself of the past, personally. I think that myself of the past was onto something, so I trust his judgment, kinda. I don't think I have a good enough meter to pull this trick off. I did, nice. That's pretty funny. That trick is so stupid, but it works so well when it actually works, I guess. Right, you kinda need to bomb those, you know? I know that this run doesn't matter anymore, but will be faster if you choose bomb instead of dying, you know? I almost forgot about this one. That's a shame. If I had more meter, I could have pulled that off, but I didn't. That one just bomb. Oh yeah, this shit. That barely worked. You do get a lot of release meter here simply because of how much shit there is on the screen. Unfortunately, I couldn't even capture it. Okay, this one, remember, that was the skip one. Just casually skip this bomb. After this, we will see if it's true or not that the true last boss is a thing when you continue. My instinct tells me that it's not enough. Like, in most games, true last bosses don't show up for shitters that use continues. So I don't expect this to be any exception. But I don't know, I mean, it could be. Who knows? We will figure it out right away. Alright. Oh, there is a true last boss, actually. I wonder if it's gonna be all the 3 patterns, or if you need to enter in the weird dimension to get the 3rd one or whatever. Wait, nullify. How does that work? I didn't remember that. So wait, your amount of lives is... What? That's a little bit rude, don't you Wait, hold up. It says nullify, but it's not going away like the bar. Oh, because the crystals are going away. So the crystals are my lives? Yes, clearly. You still have a bomb meter, so you can use bombs if you so desire it. Or no, actually no, the bomb meter is simply... Yeah, no, forget about it. You should probably use release more here. You will meter relatively quickly. Fuck. The issue... well, the issue is that I don't have release now, but... No, the issue is that there's probably no continue here. Though, I will assume that at this point, I mean, aside from getting the other patterns, you probably already got the 1 coin clear. Ah, fuck. Well, I apparently got... Well, I don't know if it's all of them. As I say, maybe the third one only appears if you enter into the pocket dimension or something. I don't know. But that's obviously... Well, I'm assuming it's the bad ending. Yeah, it's the bad ending. So I'm more interested in seeing the patterns. Yeah, okay, so it's all of them because they are supposed to be non-spells. So what's that shit about entering the pocket dimension? Like, what is that about? Well, not related to the true last boss, though. Wait, at least I unlocked those 3 patterns to... Well, I don't know to do what, but I guess to practice them. I mean, I should probably practice the rest of the game before that, but yeah. Well, unfortunately, the 1 coin clear didn't happen, but I mean, it was fun, I guess. But yeah, I will need to practice a lot off stream if my idea is to 1 coin clear this. But yeah, it was okay. So in any case, thanks everyone a lot for watching, and I'll be seeing you on the next stream. Not sure with what, but yeah, have a good one and take care.